No, that's not. That's
couldn't
not
be
what
me.
happened.
It couldn't be that.
But
all of a sudden, you tell me Richard
you don't
feels more
even
comfortable.
know what's going. No, Richard feels more comfortable because we spoke to him on Friday. And
Good.
I actually went in there before our
So you
conversation.
took care of it. So something
Yes.
changed.
Nothing.
Something that you were doing before changed. You talked. You had a conversation with him.
I didn't listen.
Aha. That's all I asked. That's all I asked of you, Floppa Floaty. Yes.
Can I just tell you one other thing because I got to get
Sure.
this off my chest.
I love hearing from you.
I said to Howard. I said to Howard, like, this was a
Why
rhetorical.
didn't you send me a Father's Day card?
This was a rhetorical question, Robin. Because I was trying to explain how Richard got so upset. I said, Howard, in the history of the show, during a commercial break, have you ever snapped at me?
No.
And he's supposed to go, yes. And he goes, not that I can think of. And my point was going to be, you snapped at me and I got over it. We moved on because that's how the show has to operate. But when you said you couldn't remember one time, that bowled me over.
I can name one time I snapped at you.
Oh God! I mean,
You can't remember one either because I don't. I'm reasonable with you.
Listen, it happens. We're working together. This whole show is a deadline because it's live. So I don't
Listen.
take it personally.
Things got so ugly that Jason's mom emailed Sal.
Really?
Yes.
When?
I know about things that you don't even know about.
Emailed about what?
That's right. Because things, listen, am I right or wrong? Go
Jason's
ahead.
mom is very sensitive.
What is it, Sal?
And she said, leave my son alone.
Really?
From the wrap-up show. And, you know, she gets mad when I say your mother hates you. And that was mean-spirited. I said it at the moment.
So
Defending
what
Richard.
I said was this, and this is what I said to Papa Huhai. I said, gee, it sounds like things are pretty wild out there. I'm not out there to see it. It doesn't sound like a fun environment to contribute in. Why don't you take a look at it?
But it's
you
not
got
fun.
so
Because tell you
defensive.
what, you heard one person's opinion of the environment.
Gary,
but there's 10 people.
Gary, you're not hearing again.
But there's 10 people who are having fun in that
But
environment.
Gary, I needed to ask
But
about
you said
it.
it doesn't sound fun.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't sound fun to me.
It's not fun.
And
It's
you
not
explained
fun.
to me that it is fun, and that you had things under control, and then you walked out of here feeling guilty. I don't know why. If
All
you
of
feel
us.
guilty,
4 guys walked out of here feeling guilty.
well, okay. So then there's something to that. Why would you feel guilty?
I didn't. You said I did.
I didn't.
I didn't feel
you
guilty.
You said in here, you guys
No.
all walked out with the same feeling.
We felt that you didn't trust us. We didn't say we felt
What
guilty.
did I- what-
you
what
said,
did I
hold on a
say to
second.
you that didn't
I
make you
never
feel that
said
way?
I felt guilty. You said I felt guilty, and I have not agreed to
You
it.
do, because the
I
four of
don't.
you walked out of here
I do not
feeling
feel
like I
guilty.
don't trust you. I trust you. I said go.
Oh, I shouldn't say trust isn't the word. Feeling like you didn't believe we're running the office the way we felt we should be.
I would have no idea how you run the office. I don't have any clue what you do out there. For all I know, you could be like Reverend Creflo Dollar. And
Everyone's tithing to me.
who knows? I don't know what you do out there.
Howard, in my opinion, it shouldn't even have gotten to you. Gary should have squashed it immediately.
Of course.
He should have
Now,
taken
hold on
Richard
a second,
aside,
douchebag.
spoke to him, and
Hold-
cleaned it up without bothering you. You got other things on your
hold
mind.
on.
Sal,
hold
all
on.
I said to Gary was,
Wow.
can things be...
Right? As a producer, sure.
All I said was, can things be improved?
How was your Father's Day, douchebag?
Hey, by the way, speaking of Father's Day, I heard Sal on the wrap-up show say something. I mean, you talk about your dad and everything. I didn't know your dad was illiterate.
Yeah, he's illiterate.
Yeah.
He doesn't read or write?
No, but he knows
And
every
then his
single-
dad made them. His dad would spend $200 or $300 a week on lotto tickets.
Do a day.
Well,
a day.
At the time, it was only on Saturday, so every Saturday it was about $300 every Saturday. Now it's when it became twice a week, it was $500 a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in other words, he's Italian.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just remember, like I said, we hardly had, at times we had nothing to eat. You know, we were eating like Wonder Bread with little marinara sauce on top of it. And my father would whip out a stack of tickets, like it was like as thick as 2 decks of cards. He goes, not after tonight. We're all going to the card dealer tomorrow.
And every week he thought he was going to win.
Oh,
He was
every
going
yeah.
to-
That's the biggest sucker play on the planet.
And you know what story
Well, that's my
ruins
dad.
it?
I mean, you cannot win that lottery.
We have shoe boxes and shoe boxes loaded with old lotto tickets, all
Why do
all
you
over the
keep
house.
the old lotto tickets?
I don't know. My
You never
father,
know.
He doesn't want to let go of them. We had to keep them. My mom had to put them in a shoebox and put them on top of the china closet.
His father will change his name for 3 weeks, but not get rid of lotto tickets. You know what story feeds the monster too is Double A.
Right.
You know, you hear about the one guy
Who won the lottery?
Yeah, and that's it. That feeds the monster.
That's the best advertising.
Double A don't work.
Sal, after 5 years of not going to the car dealership, did anyone ever say anything to your dad?
No.
Like, you know, we're going, but you never won.
Never. We never won.
You don't talk to his dad. Are you kidding me?
He never won like even.
30 grand one time.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, he took us out for dinner at some buffet, some shitty buffet. He gave us $100 each, and everything went back into the lottery.
Right.
Wow.
It's not like the money was saved.
Yeah.
They love when you win 30 grand because that's going right back in.
That means 100 grand's coming back in the lottery.
Every time my friends would come over after school, he would sit them down at the kitchen table. He'd say, write your name on the back of the card and fill it out, and I'll split it with you. So all my friends would spend half of their day filling out lotto tickets for my father.
I mean, he had so many lotto tickets that he
So
couldn't even
many.
think up numbers in order to.
Yeah, he had everybody play. Every single person that came by, he played.
Howard, he said that his father like believes in like people who are like almost could see the future. So Sal said at the pizzeria, this homeless black guy wandered in one day and started telling Sal's father, something bad's going to happen to you. And Sal's father was about to throw him out of the pizzeria when he realized this guy might know stuff. So he sat him down and made him fill out lotto tickets.
Yeah. So with this homeless guy in our pizzeria filling out lottery tickets.
Didn't that guy see the no Moulignon sign on the fucking door? First of all,
When my when my grandmother died, Howard, the day we left the wake, and my father goes, everybody tonight go to bed with a pen and a pad. And we're like, why? He goes, because Grandma's gonna come to us with those numbers. She's gonna bail us out.
Wow.
He goes, and if you don't write them down, as soon as you wake up, you're gonna forget, and we're gonna blow this thing. So everybody had to go to sleep with a pen and a pad on their nightstand,
Wow.
waiting for our dead grandmother to come to us with numbers.
Unbelievable. Now that's wacky.
He's just out of his mind. I mean, I bought Mexican jumping beans as a kid. Remember those things they would hop?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the pizzeria in Hop Hog, and the Mexican jumping beans are jumping on the table.
Right.
And my dad goes, what the hell is that? I go, Mexican jumping beans. My dad goes to the stationery store next door, buys a piece of oak tag, and fills it out as a lottery ticket. He makes 54 boxes, throws the Mexican jumping beans on top, and when a Mexican jumping bean jumped on a number, he filled it in on the card.
Wow. I mean, everything was a sign.
Everything.
Amazing.
He played 9/11 because it was on the cover of the. Never mind that the towers went down because it said 9/11. That was a sign to play the pick three for 2 weeks straight. He would put $100 on one number. Like not the pick three, you put a buck, a 50 cents box, 50 cents straight. $100 on 9/11, no problem at all.
Did your grandma's numbers work? Did anybody ever get the numbers from grandma?
My grandmother never came to me.
Never came.
No.
Thank God.
Yeah. If she did, she probably said your dad's out of his mind.
He hightailed it out of town. She never looked back.
It's funny that your grandmother was going to reach over from beyond to give you the numbers.
Right.
Like you
Why
could-
would she know him after she died?
Yeah,
She didn't
like-
know him when she was alive.
well, she knows God now.
Why does grandma know numbers?
I don't know. That was Grandma Nina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sal.
Well,
I feel your pain.
Thanks.
So Gary, Howard seems to think that this whole office feud is a lot worse than it is, right? Is that the whole thing?
Well, I think it makes it sound like the office isn't being run correctly, and that there's this environment here where people are afraid to create because they're afraid of getting shot down in a way that makes them feel bad about themselves.
And then Howard the other day was talking about like the office and how everything's handled back here, and you said that brought morale down.
Well, I think that everybody here felt when he was talking to us in the morning, like, hey, maybe it's a bad place, the way it's being run, you got to take a look at it. And we were sort of like, I don't know, we think it runs pretty well. We just think Richard, is just being a little sensitive.
So it's really just this one isolated incident?
Yeah, I mean, nobody else here has ever complained about anything like this before. JD's never come to me, or Jason, or John Hine, or Sal, for that matter, have never come to me and said, oh my God, the way you guys handle the office, it hurts my feelings. So Richard got his feelings hurt, which is understandable, but, I mean, like I said, we're on a deadline every minute. We're doing a live show. So you can't always be nice to everybody every minute. And I've had times where I wasn't as nice to people as I would have liked to, but then you go back and you apologize, and everybody sort of understands you're in the emotions of the moment. And Richard, for whatever reason, didn't understand at that particular time, even though Will did apologize.
So nothing really has to change then, right? It's just Richard, he's a little too sensitive, would you say?
Well, I guess we have to be more sensitive to Richard now if it has to change.
So Will, how's everything going in the office now? Howard was talking about how everything's being run in the office.
Yeah.
kind of feel like morale's down around here ever since that.
It's an awful experience working here.
It's a lot.
If you have to deal with people like me that kill creativity. Whenever I hear a good idea, I like to squash it because I'm an asshole.
You're too mean to them?
Too mean to everybody. He's a big crybaby. That's the bottom line.
Who, Richard?
Richard is a little bit of a crybaby. I mean, we made up. I apologized after I yelled at him once. I mean, you work here, everybody gets a little, nutty at times. I apologized, and I thought that was the end of it, but, these guys like to start a war.
So nothing really has to change, right? It was just,
No, nothing needs to change.
maybe Richard has to toughen up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Grow set of nuts, you faggot.
How's everything around the office now?
It's good. Everything's cool. I mean, me and Sal are in here having a blast. I talked to Gary this morning, talked to Will. Everything's cool. Apparently Jason has a problem with me and Sal, but that's fine. I don't really deal with Jason much anyway. So. Everything's good.
Did anything change to make it better, or just
No,
time?
it just
time
takes
helps?
time heals all wounds, that kind of thing. Just takes time sometimes.
And now, how can you avoid something like this in the future?
How can I avoid? Yeah, I don't know.
Was it you think you were being too sensitive, or do you think Will was being too mean about it?
Yeah, I just think, things get heated sometimes, where this show is very fast-paced, and I think, around here everybody kind of knows, on the air it's one thing to talk down to somebody, that's fine, that all happens, but when you're off the air, everybody wants to be treated with respect, so I think everybody knows that, and everything's cool.
So it was just this one little incident?
Yeah, just one thing. I mean, out of I've been here 5 years now, one little thing, it's no big deal. So, I think everything's cool. Me and you are cool, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'd never get mad at you.
I know, thanks, cool.
Let's get to Robin, which is very, very important. Let's go to Steve first from the Howard 100 News.
Just some of the stories we're working on in the Howard 100 Newsroom. Is Riley Martin about to propel himself out of the Sirius orbit?
Oh, I can't believe I didn't even get to speak about this today.
What's this?
Well, Riley's last show is tonight, I believe. This is where I think Riley's going to go blow up and scream about what a cheap fuck I am, and Tim is a piece of shit, and use the N-word. I think the meltdown's going to happen tonight. It's 7 o'clock on 101.
Then I gotta be there.
It's on 101 at 7 o'clock, but...
I may call him Mr. LaPaz.
Oh, please, it's going to be...
We should all call him.
Midnight? What? By the way...
Jackie's joke hunt.
Why won't you give me a promo card?
There's a promo code right in front of you. It's probably covered by all the other papers, but I put it...
No, where is it? Show me.
It's taped to your console.
Oh, down here. Guys, come on. I don't want
50 fucking places.
No, right up on my console. Here.
Come on.
Where is the note? Wait a second, this isn't even a note. Show me where it is. Come here. You motherfucker. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, underneath 2 papers. Get out of here. You're fired. Unbelievable.
Hold on. Everywhere else I've ever put it, you're like, Gary, just put it there. I'll fucking find it. I put it all over your console. Gary, don't cover the meters, don't cover the clock, don't cover the other notes. And I said, well, where would you like it?
Thank you. Thank you. Perfect explanation. Yeah, okay.
Sal's gonna get his ass kicked.
It's so funny. While we play the song, Sal's out in the hall in various Gary masks and giant bobblehead.
Yeah, it's so great. I know Sal's Achilles heel. He's jumping around, having fun. And did you see the way he just walked away dejected? I said, it's a good thing you have that fucking mask. None of your bits are funny. Then he just walks away all over.
That deflates him.
Anyway, Steve, you were doing the news. Good.
The Riley Martin story. Negotiations between the King of Outer Space and Tim Sabian said to be stalled in the stratosphere. And Howard 100 News has the audio tape of negotiations between these two intergalactic warriors. Stay tuned.
You have the audio tape of Tim and Riley?
Absolutely, yes.
How come Tim doesn't give that to me?
Yeah.
That's top priority.
You have the actual negotiation?
Yes.
Wow.
I gave it to you this morning.
No,
Where is it?
everybody gives you everything.
What?
Scott has it.
No one shows it to me. Gary, get in here. What are you talking
First I'm hearing about it now. Jason said he gave it to Scott this morning.
Well, where is that fucking nincompoop Scott keeping material from me, that motherfucking bald asshole? Why do I have him in my life? Scott, get out of my life. Where is my tape? You scumbag.
Yes, I'm a scumbag.
No, you know, I'm not laughing, you fuck.
No, it's Jason
Where is my tape?
Jason gave it to me and said, work on it when you get a chance. It's 8 minutes, and we want to cut it down. I said, all right, I'll get to it.
When would you get to it?
When he said it wasn't top priority. If I was told...
Jason, so now it's you fuck.
If I was told that it was going to be needed right away, I'd do it.
No one knows that.
What a deflection seminar this is.
So what are you doing? Kid, you mean I got 50 guys back there. No one can sit and cut a piece of
I can
tape.
give you the whole thing
Give
right
it to
now.
Sal and Richard, not you, Scott.
Why not? I mean,
Sal and Richard would have had it for me in 5 minutes.
but I was told that I didn't have to get it to you right that
Jason,
second.
is that what you told me?
I got
What time would I hear this?
The second I got an email about this audio, I gave it to Scott. I go, here's where you get it. It's 8 minutes long. Cut it up and let Tim listen to it before you get to Howard. That's all I said.
You guys are nuts.
I mean,
I'm telling you, he said he came in, he said work on it when you get a chance.
What time did you get the audio?
I got it this morning, like 7
But
o'clock.
it's no good tomorrow. Today.
Yeah, Riley's show comes on tonight.
I understand that.
Why was I
give up
not
on this
CC'd on this email?
I'm sorry. I thought Scott knew
There's
it.
so many motherfuckers working for me.
But
Would you?
wasn't there a procedure? Doesn't all that stuff, isn't
Not
it
through
all
Scott.
supposed to go
Jason,
through Gary?
I'll go through Gary. I forget. I'm sorry.
Why don't you contact Gary with this?
I made a mistake. I should have
Gary,
told.
why
I
are
should
those
have told
people
Gary.
not contacting you? Honestly, what is your fucking problem? Get your fucking guys in there and fire some of these motherfuckers if they don't talk to you. That'll teach them. You better get tough, motherfucker. I mean it.
I don't even know what to say.
I tell you what, nobody respects you.
A guy who was a hard worker tried to take the initiative, gave it to Scott. Scott sat.
No, the initiative is to give it to you. You're the producer. That's like on Saturday Night Live, they skip Lorne Michaels and they just approve a sketch without him. It don't
Right,
happen.
none of it can get on the air without you.
I'm sick of your pit. You're keeping too many people around. You're fucking me by not being tough.
I'm fucking you right now.
You fucked me. You fucked me. And my listeners who pay money to hear this show.
I'm sorry, Richard. Fine.
Wow. Why don't your guys come to you when they have a piece of tape? What are you busy with?
I will launch a fucking investigation.
No, you won't.
Do the fucking Warren report.
Yeah, it's real funny, Gary. Warren
It's
report.
not funny. It's like, you know,
I'm a what? What am I? You mean I care about my work? Oh, it's okay. Riley Martin, who cares? Okay, that's what I'll say, Gary. Just like you.
Howard, it's my fault. I should have told Gary I gave Scott the
Why
audio.
don't you tell Gary?
I'm sorry. I didn't think of it. I got the audio. I gave it to Scott. I thought it was being taken care of by Scott. I'm sorry for not.
Scott doesn't take care of
You're right.
everything.
You're
Scott
right.
doesn't do it unless he's forced to do it.
No, I'm not.
I apologize. I am sorry for
Go to Gary.
Absolutely.
And Gary will assign it to the person who can get it done quickest.
Absolutely.
Now, when Quick and Scott don't go in the same sentence.
Oh, stop.
What? Stop it! I tell you, I can't take it around here anymore. I have 57 fucking guys. Oh, it's not fair of me to blame Scott. It's not his fault.
No, it's supposed that there's an order out there.
That's right. If
That's
Scott
been
knew he had to
breached.
have it, he would have had it. I apologize, Scott. But Jason, what's with you not going to Gary? Where's Scott? Come here. I have an apology. I'm out of my mind from this.
But see, I hate this.
No, I understand.
You're making my life miserable.
I gave it to the guy.
To Gary. That's what I got that fucker here for.
Okay, I'll give everything to Gary.
You think I got him here for his looks?
Gabe's got the order at 7 a.m. this morning. I didn't know it was going to be a thing.
But it's never going to come out of there if
You're right.
he doesn't know that.
You're right. I'm sorry for trusting Scott. I'm sorry.